So let's look at some of the damages the Corvette pretty much took on the last event. One being this, with the caster in the front being the wrong direction because I rushed to get the alignment done. I went off track and we tore that up pretty hard. So that's something that's got to be addressed. You get all this rubber off the car. And as you see, front wheels. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but we broke one of the front wheels. So I hit up my buddy Savio from Drift HQ, and I'm probably gonna do a video where I go down and we're gonna get us a set of Cosmo wheels. And I think we're gonna get my car wrapped. So that mess is gotta get fixed. And it's which one of them deals. I can do a livery, but then I gotta do something with that. But if I do a full wrap, I really need a front bumper because this mess, it's gonna be hard to wrap. So it's one of them deals. I'm still trying to work out the details, but I got my buddy Chris Sway doing me a design. It says logo there. Another damage. 6 liters, not happy. So let's see, I haven't pulled the stick in a few days. It's hard to tell. It's a little glittery. It's not good. Motor still runs fine, sounds fine, but she's got low oil pressure. So when this run right here, you can tell, well, you can't tell, but I was halfway through the end of the sweeper and it was saying no oil pressure. Yeah, it's kind of glittery. But yeah, as I was coming through that turn, it started dinging on the dash saying low oil pressure, and I just stayed in it for the whole run. Motor didn't come apart. I mean, motor still sounds perfectly fine. There's probably an internal oil leak, probably at the cam bearings or something. But we're gonna fire it up cold and see what kind of pressure we got. Yep, she's a little low. I don't even know if it's worth to keep going. Let's see what this says. Yep, she is low. That's too low for cold 50 weight oil. I'm actually supposed to be on Drift Week right now, but me and my buddy Devin left out Thursday afternoon. We drove about 3 hours and got a room. And the next morning, about 4 or 5 o'clock, I got the news that my grandpa wasn't doing so well. So I pretty much had to let him take my truck, and he kept continuing, and my wife come pick me up. And this Saturday, and I got a lot on my mind, so I figured I'd just come kind of work on the car and just kind of get some things done, keep my mind busy. So, all right, well, let's get this thing in the shop. And when I say in the shop, we're gonna put this thing on the lift this time and get this thing out way quicker, because working on the back, can't do it no more. All right, so I got the Vette tore down. I got the motor out in about 2 hours. And I tore it down and found out what happened. So number 2 cam bearing actually spun. I don't know if you can see it down in there, but it fell out when the cam come out. All right, so as you've seen, we spun number 2 cam bearing. So that motor's put back. It's still good, it still run good, but it definitely needs to be gone through, new cam bearings, if that's even possible. I'm sure it's probably fine. So I guess we're on to the next motor we're gonna put in this. We're not gonna put the one that come out of it because I know it's good, but I got another one that come out of another burn up vehicle. As you can tell, I like my burn up motors. So I got an LS1 out of a burn up Corvette, the parts car that I bought a while back. If you haven't watched the channel for a while, you'll see that I bought one and pretty much got paid for the car. And I still have a ton of parts I can use off of it. But the motor was supposed to have, the car had like 58,000 miles from what the last indicator records were. So we're gonna, pretty much already pulled the heads off of it. I'm gonna put a set of 243s that I had surfaced and new springs ready to go. And I got a NA LS1 bald eagle cam for this motor, because as you know, the last cam that we had was an LS3 bald eagle cam. So let's start taking a look at this thing, and we're gonna get this thing put together. And the cam bearings in this motor look perfect. So this motor come out of a Corvette that was burned up pretty bad. I'll drop a picture right here. But this motor is in pretty good shape. I mean, this got some staining, but as far as cam bearings go, them things look perfect. Cylinder walls look good. There was actually no water in this engine, unlike the 6-liter that come out of the Yukon that I used for the last Corvette motor. I'm getting too good at pulling this thing, I swear. I done found that taking all your subframe bolts off, the nuts on the bottom, you don't even have to touch the rack at all. With the FDF lowers, the heim joints are pretty tight, so it allows me to just take the nuts off and just push the subframe down as far as it'll go. And I have so much room to get this engine out. Makes it so much easier. But yeah, we're gonna get this motor installed. I got new lifters. I got a set of Texas speed lifters. There's the cam. There's a new set of lifter trays. I've had the head gaskets right there from the dealer for this motor for almost a year. So we're gonna get this thing installed. I got another set of trunnions to put in the, because as you know, the old motor was LS3, so it had the offset rocker. So we're gonna get the trunnions put in a set of rockers I got laying around. So let's get this thing together. All right, so we got the engine back in. It's almost buttoned up. Everything's almost done. I'm gonna get my buddy Dave to come down and kind of pull some fuel out, because on the cold startup, it was really, really rich. And I actually filed the plugs out trying to get the car in here to get the old motor out. So this being a 5.7, ain't a lot of difference, but we're gonna get him to come down and just get it to where we can get it to the dyno and get it tuned. So hopefully in the next clip, we'll be on the dyno. And actually the clutch air gap, I'm glad I checked it for this motor, because it changed. With the 6-liter, I just kind of threw it in and the car was pretty hard to shift. So that's what made me check this one, and it was definitely off. Basically, the clutch wasn't releasing all the way. And it was just causing this, like right now, with the clutch the way it is right now, me pulling some shims out, shifter shifts like butter. But I'm excited for these new wheels. I got 8 of these. And just like that, we are done. Car made 392 horsepower. Made more power than the last 6-liter we had in it. So big shout out to Shift Fast for pretty much hooking me up, getting this thing going again. Love these guys to death. Every time I need something, they're there. Vice versa. Like, I'm always there for them. It's good to have good people on your side. So let's get this thing back to the shop and get it unloaded and call this one done.